Shalom, shalom. It's the brother Kalaya coming at you with it's a quick lesson. All right, I branched off from the crew at the plantation, and I figured I'd just put something on wax real quick while I had this little spare time. All right, before I get started, I'd like to give all glory, honors, and prayers unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders who taught us this truth. Peace and salutations to the elect. Shalom. All right. And as you can see, the title of this will be The Author of Confusion, the God of this world. Right. And I got a couple precepts just going into that. All right. Because contrary to popular belief, you have, the God of this world, who is Satan. All right. I've been hearing this question, for a long time, man, since I was a little boy. And it's even put in movies, which would inspire this particular topic. I was watching that movie, Menace to Society, and I never seen that movie growing up. And we had some leisure time yesterday on the job, and I ended up watching it. And the one guy, he was asking the older Jake, right, was asking him pretty much, if God loved us, why would we be put in this predicament and situation? And it just sparked my thought, because a lot of people have that same question. All right, if this world is governed by the one who they ignorantly call God, which his name is Yahweh, why is nobody equal and things of that nature? So I said, let me put something on wax. And Salakia for rambling. So I'm gonna start off with Second Thessalonians, all right, 2:8, and it reads, "And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming." All right, and that wicked, okay, which we'll get that in Job, the 9th chapter, right, in 24, and it reads, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?" Right, and that's a question. Okay, it's ended with a question mark. All right, the earth being given into the hand of the wicked shows that the power and rulership has been given unto the wicked. Then you ask yourself, who is the wicked? Okay, and that's whom? Esau, Edom. All right, that's the only nation of people out of the 18 nations that dwell upon the face of the planet Earth that have that title as the wicked, man. All right, the sons of perdition. All right, sons of destruction. Okay, going back to 2 Thessalonians, the 2nd chapter, it says in verse 8, again it reads, "And then shall that wicked be revealed." All right, so there's a point in time in which that wicked shall be revealed, and we're in that time. All right, which that time started damn near about 60 years ago, all right, with Abba Bivens. You see, and it's been continued by our apostles and elders who taught us this truth. Okay? Through the process of elimination, there is nobody else on the face of the planet Earth who is ruling in wickedness but the so-called white man. You can put any other nation in that blank slot, and none of it will equal to the wickedness that this devil has done. It would nobody else would line up with the wickedness that had been prophesied to happen in the scriptures, in the holy scriptures, all right, besides this devil. Okay, it says, "Whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth." And who is the spirit of the Lord's mouth, man? Well, who is the Lord's mouthpiece? All right, the prophets. All right, those men that sigh and cry for the abominations that have been done in the midst thereof. All right, that's the mouthpiece, all right, of the Lord. It says, "And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming," going into those chariots, man. You see, when the Lord come back with his huge fathership, all right, and ultimately zap these people, okay, destroy these people along with the ICBM nuclear missiles, all right, that's what's gonna happen. You see? All right, and the damn, I want to get this. I'm gonna get it in the NLT when I finish verse 9. It says, "Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan with all power and signs and lying wonders, right? Now, what we always do is grab that word, working, okay, going into the G1753, energia, all right, the working, the efficiency, okay? In the NT, all right, the New Translation, used only of superhuman power, whether of God or of the devil, okay, or of Satan, man. You see? And who is that? Esau, Edom, all right? He's the one that comes to steal, kill, and destroy, man. All right, the deceiver. You see? And how did he deceive? Going back to that Job 9:24, right? It says that he covered the faces of the judges thereof, all right? Manipulating the paintings, okay? Breaking the noses of certain artifacts, things of that nature, all right? He deceived, okay, the whole world. And ultimately, he deceived them to say that he is not the devil that the Bible speak of, man. Okay? He portrayed himself, all right? He portrayed the one who they ignorantly call God and Jesus Christ to be likened unto his own self, man. To be of white skin, all right? Blue eyes, things of that nature. Which you could find that in the first Maccabees, man, the 3rd chapter, right? But I'm gonna try to knock these down. I don't want Jake to call my phone in the middle of the video. All right, this is 1 Corinthians 14. Oh, Salakia, I wanted to read that in the other translation, man. All right. 2 Thessalonians 2:8 in the NLT, it says, then the man of lawlessness will be revealed, but the Lord Yahushua will slay him with the breath of his mouth and destroy him by the splendor of his coming. This man will come to do the work of Satan with counterfeit power and signs and miracles. All right, all that pseudoscience, okay, this different technology, things of that nature. That's the you know, the counterfeit power and signs, man, and miracles. The MOTB, Neuralink, things like that. Okay. Hey, this devil has been revealed, man, by the power and spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua through the prophets. Okay. Now let me get that 1 Corinthians, man, 14:33. It says, for Yahweh is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all churches of the saints. That's right, man. All right, the Lord is not the author of confusion. All right, truth is not confusing. You see, truth is facts. All right, and I'll just get it, man. Salakia. Right. Faithfulness, fidelity, okay, loyalty. Let me see. The sense of something that is true statement or proposition, okay, accuracy, correctness, conformity, Salakia, of a thought with a fact. You see? It says that which is righteous in accordance with divine standard, true religious doctrine, virtuous conduct, man. All right, and you could put whatever one of those definitions you want in there, man. Let's read it one more time before I proceed. It says 1 Corinthians 14:33, for God is not the author of confusion, but of peace, as in all the churches of the saints. All right, I'm gonna get let me see what else I had. Right. Isaiah 47:1. Because that's going to go along with, you know, that Job 9:24. And basically the whole principle of this lesson. Okay. Because America, which is run by, these devils, okay, which is that daughter of Babylon, right? Which I'm gonna get it. It says, Isaiah 47:1, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon, sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt sit no more and be called tender and delicate. That's right. Okay, it was called tender and delicate when this devil was still perceived as a good person. His deception was working. Okay, this place was prosperous. But now that this devil has been revealed, all the nations see and understand who this devil is. Okay, the people are being awakened. Which is all being moved through the power and spirit of Yahweh by Shem Yahshua, by the prophets, man. Okay, but it says, come down and sit in the dust. That low place. You see, it says, oh virgin daughter. Okay, that virgin going into this place, never being seeing actual war, man. Actual war by another country. You see, invading and pillaging, just the same way as this devil does. And I want to get that word Babylon to go along with the lesson. Before I get a little too ahead of myself. And it's H894 Babel. It says Babel or Babylon, confusion, by mixing. Okay, and that's ultimately what this place is, man. This place is nothing more than a big gumbo pot, of doctrines, ideologies, and beliefs. Okay, and what it spells out is wickedness, man. This place is contagious. This place is the big C of the whole face of the planet Earth. But the point was confusion, man, and that's going back into the precept that I read previously to this one. That 1 Corinthians 14:33, showing you that the Lord is in control overall. It's a part of his plate, but he's not the God of this world, man. Yes, he's orchestrating the whole plot of things, but nevertheless, he's not the God that these people pray to or proclaim to pray to, man. They pray to the spiritual demon Satan. And he got 2/3 of the nation of Israel in a trick bag right along with him, man. Praying to the same devil. Okay? But nevertheless, that was the lesson. Lord willing, it was edifying. And straight to the point. Before I get out of here, I'd like to give all glory, honors, and prayers unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutations to the Ophielect. Shalom and Abba Baba.